Today, we're talking about 6 things you probably don't know about storm chasing. You might have watched Discovery Channel's Storm Chasers or your favorite YouTube streamer and wondered, what's it really like to chase a tornado? If you're curious, or you're secretly plotting your first chase, you're in the right place. It's like if you're thinking about going skydiving, you'd want to know what you're getting into, right? What's it like getting ready to jump? Today, I'm going to reveal 6 secrets about what storm chasing is really like. You could call it storm chasing for beginners. I am meteorologist and storm chaser Gabe Garfield, and I've been chasing storms for over 25 years. I've tracked over 200 tornadoes, including 7 EF4s and 2 EF5s. I help aspiring chasers learn the A to Z of storm chasing so that they can have confidence to chase on their own and have tremendous chase success. Secret number 1, storm chasing is insanely addicting. It's not really a secret that storm chasing is addictive. I mean, we see all the tornado streamers on YouTube, right? But what is crazy is how addicting it is for almost everyone. When people start chasing, they don't really stop. It's kind of like video games. Storm chasing shares all the elements that makes them crazy magnetic. Discovery and exploration, unpredictable rewards, the rush of meeting your goal, and leveling up. You're roaming the open plains, trying new food, meeting new people. That's the exploration. Sometimes you see tornadoes, sometimes you don't. That's the unpredictable reward. I'm not an adrenaline junkie, but man, it's a rush. I mean, I try to keep quiet during my tornado videos, but once it takes over, my commentary gets embarrassing because the adrenaline hits hard.
Oh my gosh, it's Sunray! It's stinking Sunray!
Then there's the leveling up. You start with the cone. Okay, check, awesome, beat that level. Then it's the stovepipe. Okay, great. The wedge, maybe double wedges. And then after 10 or 15 years, you've seen it all. But here's the catch. Every tornado is unique, so you really never see it all. My recommendation, don't get into chasing unless you want another addiction. But the full adrenaline rush isn't for everyone. Which leads to secret number 2. Secret number 2, not every chaser is an adrenaline junkie. That probably sounds crazy, but it's true. Don't get me wrong, it's a rush every time you see a tornado. That really can't be helped. But there are people who chase for other reasons. They like to be a little further away, maybe 10 to 15 miles away from the tornado. They love the structure of the storm. The views can be spectacular from this angle. You can see the whole storm and the tornado, and it's just unbelievable. It's almost a little like Independence Day, that mothership spaceship. You know, it's kind of rotating. It's big, 10 to 15 miles across. Well, that's what it's like to see the structure of the storm, except there's a tornado underneath it. Another reason why people might not get close is they want to stay away from other storm chasers who tend to crowd the tornado, and they can observe the storm in peace. It's like selecting a balcony seat at a concert rather than choosing a seat in the mosh pit. Truth be told, they may actually dislike the feeling of adrenaline. It gets really stressful when you're in the cage with a bear. So you may actually want to back away so you can enjoy it a little bit more. Personally, I've chased in both places, close and far away. And these days, I enjoy being a little further out. It's a little less stressful and a little safer. Plus, when you're close, sometimes you see things you don't want to see, like damage. That brings us to secret number 3. Secret number 3, storm chasers hate seeing damage. No, we genuinely hate it. Knowing that someone could be dying when we're watching is horrifying. So it's a weird love-hate relationship. I've seen several killer tornadoes, and it's a gut punch every time. Like the Moore EF5 of May 20th, 2013. The sidewalls were incredibly violent, one of the most credible things I've seen. And then it hit the city, and you could see cars and houses flying up to cloud base. In that moment, I knew people were dying, and it was sickening. There was nothing about it I enjoyed. It was just awful. I know every chaser feels the way I do. We never want to see that kind of destruction. We'd prefer these tornadoes to be out in open terrain, not hurting anyone. Unfortunately, if you chase long enough, you will see something like that. But seeing that kind of destruction, you'd think that storm chasers would be more careful. But actually, we really don't think about the danger much at all. Secret number 4, we rarely think about the danger. When you first start chasing, it can be a little terrifying. You aren't familiar with tornado-producing storms, so every scary-looking cloud could be a tornado. But as you get more experienced, you become almost immune to the danger. You think you've seen it all, so you get up right next to the tornado. Like this image by Kelton Henderson. This shows the Gary, South Dakota tornado from June of 2025, with storm chasers extremely close to the violent funnel. If it had deviated significantly, it could have been a very bad situation. But do you think those chasers were worried? Not at all. They were in the zone. And chasers get there when we're tracking a tornado. Scientists call it a flow state. We're intensely focused. We lose all sense of time. We're in the moment. And this is exactly why we don't sense the danger. It's a kind of tunnel vision. A great example is when I was chasing the El Reno tornado. It was one of the most vicious tornadoes in history. 2.6 miles wide, and winds in it were greater than 300 miles per hour. The tornado is coming toward us. My partner is telling me it's time to go. And I say, just a little longer. Smart, right? It's like playing chicken with a freight train. And I didn't sense the very real danger we were in because I was in the zone. Fortunately, in that case, I snapped out of it and we made it out. This experience of being in the zone isn't uncommon for chasers, and it can lead to greater risk. Because if you're focused on getting great video or images, you might actually put yourself in a bad position. But as crazy as chasing can get, which is very crazy, most of the chasing experience is actually pretty boring, which leads us to secret number 5. Secret number 5. Most of the time, chasing seems boring, but it's not actually boring. Sure, there are moments in chasing that are inexpressibly awesome, but most of the time, you're just driving. And when you're not driving, you're actually waiting. Maybe at a gas station or in a field. Hurry up and wait. And some days, you may not even see a storm. Chasers call this a cap bust, and it's the ultimate disappointment. You spend hundreds of dollars on gas, food, and lodgings to see exactly nothing. It's like splurging on front row concert tickets, only for the band to cancel. Anticipation high, reality zero. And even still, on a great day when you see 5 or 10 tornadoes, it's still mostly waiting. But here's the twist. It's not boring. Chasers spend that time trying to forecast where tornadoes will form. We're looking at weather models and surface analyses and upper air maps and satellite, things like that. And when you think big tornadoes are coming, it's anything but boring. Maybe it's an acquired taste, but I think it's fun. Our enjoyment of forecasting probably goes back to the gamification we talked about earlier. And for experienced chasers, forecasting is easy, which leads us to secret number 6. Secret number 6. Finding tornadoes is easy when you know what you're doing. It's true. It's why seasoned chasers always seem to find the right storms. They know because they see the patterns. And when you've chased enough, you recognize right off the bat where to go and how to adjust. It takes years to build up that ability though, which can be frustrating. Personally, it took me 3 years of chasing to find my first tornado. But I'd spare you that frustration. That's why I've created a simple tornado forecasting cheat sheet. It gives you a quick breakdown of the basics you need to know to find tornadoes. If you'd like it, grab it in the link in the description. Today, we revealed 6 surprising secrets that demystify storm chasing. Seeing a tornado is insanely addicting. Not every chaser is an adrenaline junkie. We hate seeing damage. We rarely think about the danger. Most of the time, chasing seems boring, but it's not actually boring. And finding tornadoes is easy when you know what you're doing. Before you watch this video, you might have believed the myths about storm chasers, but we busted them, beating expectations about what storm chasing is really like. All right, let me know what other storm chasing topics you'd like me to explore. Just drop a comment. Thanks for watching.